All right, so Carol, first up, tell us who you are, where you're from, and something interesting about you. Not work, just something fun off the rails.
Okay, so my name is Carol Kabaale. I am based in South Africa in the small town called Centurion. It's pretty chilled, it's very suburbia, nothing cool happens here. But I'm very fortunate to live in this country. My family came originally from Cuba many, many years ago. So I've grown up here, but I also have like a lot of Hispanic roots, and living in South Africa has been like really awesome because it brought me my husband Joel, it brought me my fur baby Charlie, and it's just been like so cool.
Hmm.
Something interesting about me that Chris already knows, and maybe you guys don't know, is that I love Cocoa Pops as a cereal. I am very bougie when it comes to the cereal that I eat. I'm so sorry. I was spoiled as a child. I was an only child. So yes, we got Cocoa Pops and I loved it. I also love wine. I don't like the outdoors, and I love meeting interesting people. And pizza. Pizza's great. That's two.
I'm picturing you, Carol, not outside, but in a really amazing posh dining room with interesting world leaders around the table, drinking wine, sherry, brandy, fine liquors, and you sharing pizza and Cocoa Puffs with your
Sounds about
guests.
right. Sounds about right.
I would so come to that dinner party.
I would love it. I mean, guys, what is better than eating something full of sugar that you were only allowed to have on special occasions? Let me just tell you something. This is a treat. When I realized as an adult I could buy this for myself, game changer.
You mean they sell Cocoa Puffs in public stores, right?
What? I can use my money and buy this? Oh, greatest invention.
That's so great. All right, tell us who you serve and what you do. I know you do a lot of things, but who do you really serve and how do you take care of them?
So I predominantly work with coaches and female coaches in particular. I don't have anything against men. Men are great. Look at Chris. But we primarily work with female coaches and entrepreneurs, service-based businesses. And we help them primarily in our agency with Facebook and Instagram ads. We also have the ability to run Google and YouTube ads, but our specialty is Facebook and Instagram because there's generally like a lower barrier to entry when it comes to cost. And it's usually where their target market is chilling. Because why are you going to show up where your ideal client is not chilling? Does not make sense to us at all.
I've never heard it said that way, but that is a really, really good point. Huh.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
That's
a
what we
really
do.
good point. All right, you also teach, right?
Yes. So we also teach recently. We've started a mastermind, which is called Zero to Pro, Get Clients Now. It's all about taking people from zero and turning them into pros and getting them clients. See what I did there? It's all about getting new entrepreneurs who have a plan, an ambition, a goal, and actually putting their products in front of the right people. The best way we do that is through teaching them tried and tested organic strategies that work on social media. And then once they have a tried and tested offer, we show them how to use Facebook and Instagram ads to scale their business and automate it further.
I like that. So you really get the offer and the market nailed down before you start spending a ton of cash. Well, that's really good because so many of us have lost a lot of money experimenting before it was the proper time. Huh. I like
Right? It makes no sense to me, Chris, to try an offer when you are doing ads because you're testing your offer with money. And I don't know about you, but that sounds a bit ridiculous to me. Like, you want to test something that you've never sold with your money. As an ads person, if someone says that to you, run. I'm going to tell you again, run. Go and get a tried and tested offer. Make sure you can sell it organically, and then use ads to scale and find your ideal client and place your products, services, courses in front of them every single time.
So in your mastermind, do you actually teach how to figure out if your product or service can sell organically?
Correct. So one of the first things that we do, especially in week 2, is that we get really clear on what it is that they're going to do. And we ask all our students to only focus on one offer because we only have them for 8 weeks. And with that offer, we create one core offer, and we create one upsell, and we create one downsell that plays into the main offer. So when you get on a call, if you see that this person actually could be a great one-on-one client and maybe not great for your group program, upsell them. If you see that maybe money is an issue and they're not ready to buy, downsell them into a freebie, some free training, or maybe like a low ticket offer, something under $100. And then from there, we ask them to do some market research. Within that market research, we ask them to get on as many market research calls as they can, because they need to not only solidify that their offer is good for them, but it's also something that people actually want to buy. Because everybody, you can't see something wrong when it's your own thing, right, Chris? Like when it's your own thing and you've looked at it so many times, you're just like, there's nothing wrong with it. But as soon as somebody else looks at it, you're just like, oh my gosh, like, are you seriously giving this and this and this and this for 500? Are you mad? Like, you're giving them all of that and you're like, yeah, what's wrong with that? Or are they like, or usually what they'll be like, listen, and this has actually happened to one of our, I forgot to actually tell you, Chris, this happened to one of our students. She went on a market research call and the person loved what she was doing. And she was like, hey, can I sign up as a client? When are you taking clients? So it's a great opportunity to pitch without pitching.
Amazing.
It's a great thing.
That's amazing. Okay, so do you only work with people in South Africa or the States or Europe? Is there a certain spot?
So we primarily work with, I don't like saying everyone, because when you sell to everyone, you sell to no one, marketing 101.
Sure.
But we tend to work with people who, most of our clients come from the US, Canada, and we have one or two clients in South Africa. But most of our clients are in the US and Canada. One thing that you'll note when you work with us is that I will be available to you Monday to Friday, probably up to your time zone. But on weekends, you know, we also have lives. So I'll be out, not in nature like Chris, but I'll be out somewhere nice, drinking wine, eating
You'll be
Cocoa Pops.
in a posh dining room eating Cocoa Puffs with a glass of wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Sounds
it.
about
Okay.
right. That's what I'm doing on my weekends.
And I respect that, by the way, the weekends and evenings thing, because honestly, I find that when I work with another coach or consultant or agency for the services we need provided for in our business, the people who are willing to work 24/7, quite honestly, don't provide as good a service as the people who have boundaries. People who have boundaries get in, they get their work done, they get results. The people who don't have boundaries, they kind of run around like a chicken with their head cut off. And I would prefer to work. So thank you. That's better. That's better. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you said it that way. Look, for me, it's very easy. You have to have a plan for every single client, and I need to meet your timelines and your projected things. If you're going to launch on this day, then let's work backwards. How long is that going to take? If we stick to the plans and we stick to the timelines that we've set, then there'll be no need for you as the client to be sending me things last minute. There'll be no need for me to be emailing you 24/7. Please send me this. Please send me this. We urgently need that. No one wants to work like that. We want it to be a very smooth and easy process from day one, from the onboarding until your very first ad is launched, or from the onboarding until you become a member of our mastermind.
Got it. Okay, love it. Let me clarify one thing as well, just because I'm curious. So the people in your mastermind, typically female coaches, is that right? And the done for you service, are they male or female, just a service-based company, or how does that work?
So it can be a service-based company. We primarily enjoy working with service-based a little bit more than product-based, because we find that, you know, when it's an actual product or service, it's a little bit harder to run ads. Sometimes Facebook doesn't like what you're selling, especially if it's a supplement or this, and they're forever changing. So a service is a little bit more where we specialize in. It's where we've run campaigns and had a little bit more success, especially when you have a course or a mastermind that you're trying to fill, or a group program. It's just kind of what we do. And in the mastermind itself, we work with service-based businesses or female coaches.
Gotcha.
Primarily in the first 0 to 2 years of them starting out. So quite in the early stages still.
Great. Oh, that's a pivotal stage too. That's where you're going to make it or break it. People give up in that stage without help.
Correct.
Okay. Love it. And so anybody who's watching this, as you know, Carol's one of our rock stars. That's why she's in this video. And our rock stars are people that we as an agency absolutely trust to do good, amazing work to guide us or our clients through the process that we need to go through. And there is no affiliation, no commission, no payment structure, anything. There's no thank yous coming from Carol and her team back to me and my team. This is purely just because we believe in Carol and what she's doing. And we're very, very selective about that. Nobody ever gets to be in a Rockstar interview or in our Rockstar list because they asked. Carol didn't know this was coming. We sought her out for this one because we've seen who she is as a person and the quality of work that she actually delivers. So, Carol, I mean this like from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being a rock star in our community, in our marketplace, in the global, digital marketing space that we all live and work in, because sometimes there's folks out there who give everybody a bad name, just like in any industry. But there are so many amazing people, and you're one of those awesome people that people can really trust and lean on. So thank you. Thank you. And
well,
let me say this.
First of all, I should have bought some Kleenex because I feel like crying right now. Like, what? That was so beautiful. Thank you so much. And I know that you meant every single word, and I truly do appreciate it. I truly, truly do.
It's true. And what I'm going to do then, Carol, is because I know links change and best ways to contact people change over time. So instead of bringing it up right here in the video, if anybody's watching, check out the links below or above or next to wherever this video is posted, and we'll put the links. Best way to get to Carol and her team. And just got an amazing team. I've been able to interact with a little bit of her team over time, and my team has interacted with her admin staff, and they're just brilliant. So thank you. Thank you, Carol, for hanging out with us and explaining what you do and giving us a resource that we can lean in on. Thanks.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Mm-hmm.